Hey YouTube, this is Cheese Factory, and this is going to be a deck profile for Dragunities, which I'm actually selling. They're actually already sold, but I'm going to go ahead and profile them before I ship them off, because why not? So it's Dragunities. It's the OTK variant, but it's not quite perfect because I don't quite have every card. There's one synchro that you need that super improves its consistency, but it's still pretty good. So for the deck, I'm running triple ducks, of course. It's like, the best thing in the deck. It's instant sync 8, or more importantly, sync 6 for the OTK. Triple phalanx. You pretty much want to run this because, not because you want to draw it, or not because you want to use it from your hand, but because discard phalanx, search ducks with ravine is the smallest amount of minus you can do with the combo. And minusing is bad, obviously. And ravine is always a minus, so you want to minus as little as you can. Because activating is a minus, and then if you have bad discards, But it's still really good. It's just that you want to minimize that. Also, it's a cards of consonant target. Then we have triple legionnaire, which I'm running because I like the control style. I'm also running a few traps, so it's not 100% OTK, but it's definitely a big portion. And triple Ackless. This is actually really good at 3 because not only is it consonants and ravine, but Ackless baits Solemn Warning forever. Because if you summon Ackless and activate his effect, which special summons Dragunity from your hand and equips it, they either have to Solemn Warning Ackless or they can't warning at all. So if they don't warning Ackless, he goes to Spell Trap Zone and summons Legionnaire, and they can't warning the Legionnaire anymore because it was from Ackless effect, which they allowed to happen. And then Legionnaire gets to pop their warning with Ackless. So for the double pop, it's amazing. This was really great last format when Solemn Warning was at 2. It's not as amazing now, but come on, Solemn Warning. Getting to avoid that's great, always. Double Mistletoe, this is part of the preferred OTK combo. There's like 2 combos. There's really, really easy to do Trident OTKs, and then there's the Mistletoe combo, which is awesome because it fills your field with high-level synchros. And then one Levatin, just because you summon it with Atom, and then he gets a Phalanx, and you go straight to the, Trident Dragon. And I'll have the combos later. Triple Zephyros, because Zephyros is a huge combo piece, and it's okay to draw him, because again, you can discard him with Ravine to get him in the grave. And also because he's a 1600, he's not that bad. But he's the biggest combo piece in the deck. He's so important. Even though you only get him once, it's worth it. And then the one Red MD, because you use him at the better combo, and then he's Red MD. Also, if you have Levatin in your hand when you're doing the Ravine combo, you can summon a Red MD, and then use Red MD to get the Levatin out, so it's pretty cool. That's it for the monsters. It is 15, 18, 19 monsters. And on to spells. 3 consonants. This card is amazing. It's a really good draw card in the deck. It has 6 targets that are searchable with Ravine. So if you want to get a Phalanx in the grave, then instead of having Ravine mill it, you can send it to your hand and then discard it with Phalanx or with consonants. So that's pretty cool. I really like consonants. 3 Dragon Ravine. It's obvious. And 3 Terraforming. I don't mind running these in 3s because if you draw extras, they're always fodder. And because losing Ravine can suck, so it's really nice to be able to, say you're holding Ravine and Terraforming. You can Terraforming, search your Ravine, and then activate it and start using it. And then they won't think you have another Ravine, so they'll they'll try to MST it. Because they'll think if you Terraform for it, you don't have another one. Foolish Burial is really important because it can mill Zephyros, which is really important, but also because you can use it to mill Phalanx. Like, say you just have ducks in your hand, you can Foolish the Phalanx and go straight to 8. So that's pretty cool. One, My Body is a Shield. I like this card, actually. It's kind of cool. You can chain it to Bottomless and Torrential, and Mirror Force, and maybe something else I don't remember. But it's pretty cool because it chains, so if they have back row and you don't want to just blind MST, you can just My Body as a Shield. Have it in your hand for protection. It's pretty cool. Reborn, Heavy, Dark Hole. Obviously very important. Dark Hole I'm not a huge fan of in this deck because Stardust is such a common play, and Dark Hole isn't really great with that. But I do run it anyway because Thunder King sucks, and Dark Hole's a 1-for-1 removal against Thunder King. With no cost, which is pretty nice. So that's it for the spells. We are running 14 spells, because spells are good. Dragunities can actually get up to like 17, 18 spells if you're playing a full OTK version, sometimes even more. Anyways, in the traps we have triple Dust Tornado, double Bottomless Trapple, and double Torrentials. Torrential's pretty cool. It's a great card. It's good for mass removal, and in the current meta, that's kind of important. So that's it for spells and traps. For the extra deck, we have TG Hyper Librarian, 3 Dragunity Knight Vajrayana, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Trident Dragon, 1 number 39 Utopia, and 1 Heretic Dragon of a Tomb. It's not full, obviously, but it's decent. The only card it's really missing that's super important is Gaibolg, who's the other level 6, who makes the combos so much more consistent because you can mill Zephyros. But it's not that serious. So I'm going to go over some of the combos that the deck can do. So there's the really insane excuse me excuse me combo of Ravine plus Zephyros, because it's an OTK on its own. It's actually not the preferred combo because it doesn't really plus you at all, but it does do 9,000 damage. And it's with just these 2 cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate Ravine and discard Zephyros in order to add Phalanx to your hand. Now you're going to activate Zephyros, special summoning it, returning Ravine to your hand. Now you're going to activate Ravine and discard Phalanx in order to search a Dux. Now you're going to summon Dux and activate his effect to special Phalanx. You're now going to synchro up 6 for the wonderful and amazing Dragunity Knight Vajrayana. Excuse me. Whose effect will special summon the Phalanx back, letting you sync 6 again for a second Dragunity Knight Vajrayana. And at this point you will overlay the 2 Vajrayanas for Heretic Dragon of a Tomb. You will then detach a Vajrayana in order to special summon from your deck Dragunity Arma Levatin, whose effect you will now activate to special summon another Phalanx. And from here you just synchro up 10, grab Trident Dragon, pop these 2, 9,000 for game. It's a very easy combo. It's a 2-card combo. It's really good. Or it's really easy. It's not necessarily as good as the other one, but it's much easier. For the other combo, it's a bit more complicated. You need Mistletoe and Dux in your hand, plus an unused Zephyros and Phalanx in your grave. So a starting hand that could do that would be, say, Ravine, Phalanx, Foolish, and Mistletoe. What you're going to do is activate Foolish Burial and sending Zephyros to your graveyard. Let's see if I can zoom out a little more. There we go. Sending Zephyros to your grave. Next, activate Ravine, send Phalanx to the grave, search out Dux. At this point you're going to summon Dux, activate his effect, special summon Phalanx, and then you're going to synchro 6 for Dragunity Knight Vajrayana. Now you're going to activate Vajrayana, special summoning Dragunity Phalanx. Tribute Phalanx to special summon Arma Mistletoe, whose effect you activate to special summon Phalanx. At this point, you're going to overlay the 2 level 6s for. Where did I put you? Heretic Dragon of a Tomb. You will now detach Mistletoe in order to special summon from your deck Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon. You now activate Red Eye's effect, special summoning Mistletoe back to your field, which you synchro with Dragunity Phalanx for Stardust Dragon. Really nice. Now you're going to pay 400 life points to activate Zephyros, which you foolished earlier. Returning Red MD to your hand, you special summon him. Now you remove from play Heretic Dragon of a Tomb to special summon Red MD. Now at 2800 attack is full. Now you're going to activate Red MD, special summon Phalanx. Then you're going to sync Phalanx Zephyros for Vajrayana, who special summons Phalanx back, and lets you sync 8 for another really good card, say Scrap Dragon or whatever. Something like that. And that ends you with 2 level 8 synchros and Red MD for a total of 8100 attack, which is just over game. But it's much better than the other combo, because would you rather have 1 Trident Dragon or Red MD Scrap and Stardust? Much harder field to get rid of. Stay longer, has more power actually. Just really cool combo. Really, really effective. Really scary. So that's what this deck does. It's really good at that. It's combo, combo, combo. And it's really cool, really cool. And what I deck profiled is the exact deck that I will be shipping to you. You know who you are. And yeah, that's all for this video. Tell me what you think of the deck. It's not quite perfect, I know, because I don't have everything IRL, and because some of the stuff I would like to run is saved for my Chaos Dragon deck. Because really, what's more important, my Chaos Dragons or Dragunities? My Chaos Dragons. They're my little child. I live with them forever. They're wonderful. And speaking of Chaos Dragons, pretty soon I'm going to deck profile and update on that deck, because they're awesome, and because there are some tech choices you can do to make them somewhat viable in the next meta, but really you're just going to be waiting for Elemental Dragons to get banned so that you can play from there, because they do have some good answers to Evil Swarms that some of you may not know about. So that's all. That was Dragunity deck profile, and this is Cheese Factory signing out.